I am here with one of the most highly sought after defensive backs in the country, Mr. Tae Harris on the 5-Star Flex. I'm your host, Phillip Dukes, aka Dukes the Scoop. And for those that don't know, Tae Harris out of Cedartown is one of the most explosive DBs in the country. He's got offers from everybody. And today our goal is to let you know who Tae Harris is under the helmet for sure. So Tae, if you weren't playing football, who would you be?
I really feel like I'd be like a comedian, man. I like to hang out, make people laugh and stuff like that. If not, I like to, I probably get into law school, businessman, and stuff like that. Just be entrepreneur for real for myself, stuff like that.
Okay. If you had to describe yourself using one word, what would that word be?
Energetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you think you get that energy from?
It just comes from having cool friends and stuff like that. Outside of football, because we all do all around football and stuff like that. We got other stuff going on all year, so just when we not doing football and stuff like that, we just like to play the game. Make fun of each other, not no stuff like that. Just being bros and stuff like that. So I really like we got a lot of energy going on. We always uplifting each other and stuff like that, never bringing each other down. So,
do you play any other sports?
I run track. I had to I cut most of my sports my freshman year, because I knew football was gonna be it for me. Okay. So I run track. I gotta keep my speed right.
What was outside of football and track? What was your best sport? You think you really could have still been playing if you just had to focus on that?
I feel like I played baseball.
Okay, what position?
It's probably center field. Okay. I'd be like a pinch runner and stuff like that though.
Yeah.
I could play baseball this year, but nah, I ain't gonna really risk nothing too much.
Okay. So Tae, tell me about how it was growing up in Cedartown and being from a town that has so many great athletes before you.
It's pretty cool, growing up in a small town, learning the real definition of hard work from a lot of people, that, may not live in the most, outgoing in this area and stuff like that. But it's a lot of kids coming from here. We got a great program, like you said, a lot of great athletes coming from here, and not just me, stuff like that. We got a great program going.
Do you ever feel any pressure, like when people might mention you? That's where Nick Chubb from too, right?
Yes, sir.
Like, do you ever feel any pressure, like to kind of like hold up to that, like that the bar that was set at Cedartown? Do you ever feel like some of that's on your shoulder to be the next great person?
Yeah, definitely. At times, it's a lot. Like keeping the standard high, keeping it all high and stuff like that. Everything I do, I try to be my best and stuff like that, so people don't look down on the program, look down on me and stuff like that. No bad publicity, stuff like that. So I got to keep the main standard and stuff like that.
Okay. What's the best part of your game?
I say I'm real physical. Like I get out in the box, but I'm a 4-down DB, so like I'm not just physical. I can also cover, and my speed cover for a lot of ground, stuff like that. That's what my versatility, what's make me attractive to the college level and the NFL level. That's what coaches like about me.
Right. Yeah, I feel like you're a very well-spoken young man, like, and you got like a sense of maturity about yourself. Like, what do you think? And I know you probably heard that before. Where do you get that sense of maturity from? Like, is it about, have you been around older people before, or do you have younger siblings? Like, what do you attribute your maturity to?
When I was young, I used to hang around my granddad. My granddad was like 80 years old, just hanging around, just getting that old vibe and that old spirit from stuff like that. But
right,
yeah, I got a couple nieces and nephews. So I mean, it is growing up and being a man a lot quicker than others. So I try to just be the best man I can be, because I want to be a great father one day and stuff like that.
Okay. So I know the football season just ended, the NFL season. You got a favorite team in the NFL?
I'm a hometown kid, so I mean, I say I like the Falcons, but outside of the Falcons, I say the Ravens. They got great DBs. They got a great defensive group. So,
if you had to pick the top 3 corners in the NFL right now, not even corners, DBs, top 3 DBs in the NFL right now, who would you go with?
Yeah, I was fixing to say, because I'm playing safety in college. A lot of people really don't know that, but I'm playing safety in college. Okay. Yeah, but I say number 1, I go from 3. 3, I say Tariq Woolen.
Yeah.
Number two, he long, he can fast, he can run. I say Jalen Ramsey, and then number one, I'm gonna go Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah. The versatility, right?
Yeah, Kyle Hamilton, he can play all five. That's what, like I said, that's what makes me attractive to colleges. They say I can play all five. So that's why I said
No,
a lot of people don't
absolutely.
know that a lot of people don't know that I'm playing safety in college. But yeah,
I think that's big news. How did the decision for you to play safety at college come about?
we had a lot of seniors leave my sophomore year. So when I was playing corner, that's where I got most of my film at. So my junior year came about. I had to be the next man up because I was the emergency safety. I was the number two safety last year, my sophomore year. So I was
Mm,
the starter at safety this year. So I got my film right, and a lot of coaches like what they seen about me at safety because I'm not like an ordinary DB. Like I like to tackle, I like to hit people, I like to force the run game, stuff like that. I like to play in the box, and I got speed, so I can cover. Like I had like a pick six, like it's my first play and highlight. Then the next one is me laying the dude out. So that's what they really liked about me. So yeah, so that's what they really like.
when so I know like when you spoke very highly of your mom when we talked before the interview. Talk about the impact your mom has had on your career and just as you was becoming a man.
Um, just she just order my steps the best way she can growing up as a kid. So it's just I got a lot of respect for her. She does everything possible she can. So yeah, like just growing up, she just doing as much as she can for me. So I really appreciate that.
No, absolutely. All right, let's get into it, dog. We're gonna call this Tae Harris's unofficial. These are just
Yeah.
five schools that we're gonna talk about. Not to say
Mhm.
this is your top five, but these are five schools that have really good traction with you at this point. All right, I'm gonna name a school, and you tell me what you like about that school, and then if you went there, why. Let's start with Georgia Tech.
Um, I like what they got going. They on the come up for real, for real. They got a lot going for themselves. I say me and Coach People's connection. We like this,
Right,
and Coach Santucci. I'm just tight with all the coaches. So that if I went there, that'd be like like on the other side, on the good side, where
right.
really why I went to that school there. Like I said, I like what they got going for themselves. They got a lot going. Nothing bad about that program I've heard. So
All right, let's talk about Florida.
Florida, okay, yeah. Me and Coach Napier, if you know Coach Napier, he really don't recruit Georgia
Right,
kids like that. Like he stay in Florida because they don't really got to move much. But it really stood out to me when he came to watch me run track
right.
at track practice. He came popped up at track practice, so it was really cool. So I really like that, and I got the connection I got with Coach Lucas and stuff like Coach Will Harris. They got a lot
Okay.
going too. So they take DBs like me too. So I really like that.
Let's stay in Florida. Let's go with UCF.
Coach Malzahn, he expressed to me how much that they needed DBs like me back in the program, stuff like that. Coming from a SEC school, going down to UCF, they needed DBs like me. Coach Williams, him and my trainer, they know each other, so that's really cool. Like he just checks up on me every day and stuff like that. Coach Ted Roof, that's my guy. So he called me here and there, but he speaks about it like he taught me some of the defense that he gonna run this year. So like
Mm.
just that football connection stuff like that. So we just talk football. So I really like that about UCF too.
All right, let's go Ole Miss.
Um, they got a lot going for themselves. Like if you watch them against the Georgia game, the DBs, they play well. They well coached. You can tell. I gotta visit down there, so coming up soon. So we'll see. That'll tell the tale for real.
Okay. And last but not least, talk to me about Clemson.
Um, they really made an impact on me and my mom when they had came and talked to me. I'm going down there March 9th if you guys didn't know.
Okay.
And me and Khalil Barnes, we like more like brothers. So like we talk every day. Like we got each other numbers and stuff like that. I really like the connection me and him got. Coach Khan, Coach Reed, all of them. They keep the main thing the main thing. And I really like that. So Dead Valley, they look good for real.
All right. So when you talk about the type player that you are, if you were to send a message to the school that you end up signing with about the type of player you are and what they're getting, what would you tell that fan base about who Tae Harris is?
They're getting a kid that really just want to play ball. I mean, I keep the main thing the main thing. I just want to play ball. I want to, be the best me I can be. Well coached kid. I just want to, hard work is all I know. Really, that's all I know how to do. And I love the game of football. I love the game. That's really can't get too much of that. Loving the game. So physical DB. I like to play in the box. They're getting a good DB all around. 4-down DB. So
absolutely, man. Tay, tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
On Instagram, you can add me at Tae.Harris27, and on Twitter is Tae Harris27, all lowercase. So,
man, Tay, thank you. It's been a pleasure. And for everybody watching, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Thanks again on the 5 Star Flex.
Yes, sir.